Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are in The Sims 2 building some more classic 1960s style architecture. This is going to be a set of 5 houses which are going to be apartments, but obviously they're houses, but they're going to be zoned like apartments, so Sims will be able to come along and rent just one of them. But we have 5 different houses here in terraced style, which we obviously love in the UK. If you've ever been here or if you live here, then you know every town, most streets have houses attached to one another, I would say. Definitely in in the town centre, 100%. So this is what we're building today, some more UK inspired buildings. And these are the classics that you would see in a lot of kind of post-war estates, sort of 1960s era. And you know what? They get a bad rep. They get an unnecessary, an unearned bad rep, because a lot of people don't like houses like this. They really don't, or they'll just think like they're ugly. But I think because we're so used to such old buildings in the UK that anything, even if it is now 40, 50 years old, we still see it as being quite modern. But you know what? These are modern, and that's not a bad thing. They're modern in the sense that they were built in that kind of mid-century era. So as you can see, we've got 5 here. They're all going to have their own unique style. I was thinking, do I just build shells here and, just put in the basics? But the more I built, the more I was really getting into the vibe of this lot. And I never realised how much in The Sims 2 really lends itself to houses like this. And I think this can be a real problem in The Sims 2, actually. Oh, actually, no, it's not a problem with The Sims 2. Forgive me, Sims 2. This is a problem of players of The Sims 2, including myself, because we go back to our typical style again and again and don't really try out new swatches too often. Or at least I can say this for myself, I can't speak for everyone, but it's so easy to just go back to those familiar styles. Or if you found a certain kind of living room style that works, or bathroom, just kind of doing it over and over again, maybe with some variation, but broadly a similar format. So doing this really broke me out of that, actually, because the more I worked through it and the more I built each room, I was thinking, I'm going to really give this room the personality of whoever might live there. I'm really going to think about, the kind of Sims that live here, the kind of jobs they would do, the makeup of their family, whatever it might be. So it gave me a little bit more focus and inspiration, which is always a good thing. So just working on some of the things like the hedges and the outdoor paving. I've got a little communal area here, which is quite cute. So as you can see, outside is pretty much done now. I'm just building this little courtyard at the back. I did think, should I have built this on a bigger lot and given them some back gardens? They probably would have some kind of private outdoor space, to be honest. But the lot I ended up in didn't have room for it. And I thought, you know what, it's okay, because I quite like lots that are jam-packed. And then when you're building a neighborhood, they can all fit together quite closely, and I think that looks really good. So I was okay with it. I just went along with it, and actually I couldn't be asked to go back and build it all again on a new lot. So we stuck with this, and I think it works out okay in the end, because instead of having a private back garden for each house, what we've got is this little terrace that's shared between the 2 different terraces. You've got the one on the left with 3 houses and the one on the right with 2 houses. And then in the middle, just that little outdoor space where you'll see later I put some things for Sims to do down there, some little barbecues and that kind of thing. And also, before I forget, I want to say thank you, actually, to everybody who watched my first video and liked it and commented on it, and the people who subscribed, because I uploaded it, thinking maybe people will watch it, maybe they won't, don't think too much about it. I think that's the best way to do this kind of thing, is just do it because you want to do it, Don't be like, okay, I need to get X amount of views in X days, and, this isn't work in that sense to me. It's just meant to be something fun. So that's all I wanted it to be, and I thought, let me upload it and see what people think. And it has been a really good response, actually. So thank you, everybody who took the time to watch my video and engage with it, because I find that crazy, you know, but thank you. Yeah, it's really a boost when you're doing this kind of thing to know at least some people are actually watching it thinking, you know, enjoying it and choosing to spend their time watching it. So if you're doing that now, or if you did that on my last video, whatever it is, big thank you. And yeah, let's keep it going. I'm hoping to do a couple of these a week, if possible. So we'll see how we go. I just need to keep thinking of ideas, but you know, actually I'm good. This is only a video too. I'm not running out of ideas yet, but I need to make sure I have a little bit of a plan really as to what would be fun. But at the same time, do I? You know, because I started thinking like a YouTuber for a second. I was thinking like, okay, right, this is it. I need like a content plan. I need a video editor. I'm going to quit my job. Like, it's actually probably not at that level yet. I've had one video and I think it's on about 200 views. So I saw that. I was like, oh my God, it's gone viral. But you know, that's probably a slight overreaction. So you know what? No, I'm just going to keep doing me, keep building what I want. And, you know, hopefully people keep wanting to watch it. And that's a nice thing. But let's talk about what we're building right now. So we've gone full 60s with this. It's full orange kitchen, orange fridge, orange oven. It's a bit crazy. It is a little bit crazy looking back, but I just thought, when else do you get to do this? So that's why. And now a yellow kitchen with blue tiles and a green wall. It's a little bit it's a little bit wacky. But you know, they were crazy back then. They were crazy. They loved their colourful homes. Because when I think of 60s and 70s, I think of quite a lot of poppy colours and then wood. So that's exactly what we have in this build. It's a lot of wood. As you can see here, we've gone full wood in the kitchen. And you'll see some of the different living rooms have like wood paneling and a lot of wood, to be honest, a lot of wooden furniture. And it was beautiful. Like, it is beautiful, but it was beautiful back then. I feel like it probably did fall out of fashion a bit, like in the 90s and in the noughties, especially in the noughties and 2010s. Everybody was going crazy, like painting all the wood. There was no unpainted piece of wood that was safe in like 2010. The millennials would come and they would shabby to chic it, which meant they would just sort of badly paint on some like lime wash. I don't know what they did, because I didn't do it, but yeah, it feels like a lot of wood was damaged in that era, and now everybody on TikTok and everywhere is just stripping paint off wood. So we're bringing back wood, and I think that's why building houses in this style right now, a lot of it's come back into fashion. Or at least if you're playing The Sims 2, which obviously is known for its quirky style, quirky furniture, I feel like really leaning into it is the best thing you can do. Because, you know, you can build beautiful, you know, wooden, beige, pleasant, you know, what am I trying to say? Kim Kardashian-esque homes. You can, but it gets very samey. And there's so much out there in the catalogue of Sims 2, which is just wild. So best thing you can do actually is just use it, have fun with it. And that's what I'm really trying to do here, is use a lot of things I've never used before. Or not that maybe I've never used, but in combinations I would never have used. And, you know, when would I use this random TV? Obviously I would just give them a modern TV, but it works in this context. So that was really nice. This living room, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it turned out really cute. And I think actually they got better. Each one got better as I got more familiar with what different items I could use. I got more I delved into it a bit more. Yeah, I thought this one was really nice. The one before, to be honest, I don't really like that. I probably should have changed it, but you know what? I built 5 houses on this lot. It was enough. So yeah, this one we're seeing now, I just was a bit like... When it was done, I didn't really feel like it was... I didn't feel like it met the criteria. It maybe looks a bit more 90s, but whatever. And then this one, again, so classic 60s, 70s, probably a bit more 70s, to be honest. But this one, oh my gosh, it's all coming back to me, because I filmed this a couple of days ago. I liked this one. I thought this one worked well. And a lot of the furniture here came in packs, and I wouldn't usually do that, to be honest. I'd mix and match quite a lot more. But in some occasions like this one, I'm using a lot from the same set, which obviously it's going to work well together. So when it works, I think it works really nicely on something like this. Also, I really don't know what's going on there with the audio. I can hear that it's sort of going all like staticky high pitch. Full disclosure, I'm just recording this wearing AirPods, so the audio is probably going to be a little bit amateur, to be honest. So yeah, I can't really do anything about that. I'm trying to clean up the audio afterwards, but it's just coming out all weird and wispy, but that's a bit annoying. And also I think I'm getting the illness, everybody's ill at the moment. I've dodged it till now. I actually thought I was well. I thought I was fine. I feel okay, but I'm recording this in like little bits, just like doing a little bit of voiceover, doing a little bit like bit by bit. And when I'm occasionally listening back, oh my God, I recorded that first intro like 3 times because the first take was like, hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to the 1960s. It sounded like I was speaking from beyond the grave from the 1960s. And I think my voice is quite hoarse, but we're always the last to know, aren't we? Or maybe we're not, but it feels like a lot of the time people say, are you ill? It's like, oh, didn't know I was till now, but maybe. But yeah, how fun is this room? It kind of has a bit of a lodge vibe to it with that sofa. It kind of reminds me of what do they call it? Like a little cabin in the woods kind of vibe. But I still think it stayed on brief with the carpet and the wallpaper and whatever, like the bar, that feels very era appropriate to me. And also, big shout out for that staircase, which I used in every single one because it's a classic. I remember when I was a child, I hated that staircase. And I used to think, what right-minded person would ever use that in a house? And here I am singing its praises. This video is also going to be shorter than it was meant to be because I had a few crashes at this point. It was getting to the point where I'd built quite a lot. I'm about 5 kitchens deep, lots going on this lot, and I think the game was just having a bit of a meltdown. Also because I'm screen recording as well, so my laptop's just honestly sounding like it's ready to implode or explode. I don't know which would be worse, but it doesn't sound healthy. And because it kept crashing, I kept losing progress. So you'll see me building the start of this house now, and then, do you know what, actually, I'm just realising now how much I lost, and it's not good, because that's pretty much all I can show you of the speed build. You saw the majority of the houses being built on the ground floor. Unfortunately, the footage of me decorating, furnishing the top floors, the bedrooms, is missing. Well, it's not missing, it was never recorded. So we are without that, which is a great loss. But here, as you can see, we have some exterior shots, moving on to some interior shots. This one might be my favourite, actually. I think it's just classic, it's beautiful, you can't go wrong. But then this one's nice too. I'm a fan of a lot of these styles, actually, and I'm definitely gonna use some of the items I've used here that I've not used in a long time, or maybe ever, and bring them into other builds I do. You're seeing here some of the stuff I didn't record, some of the upstairs, which I'm really gutted about because I spent ages on this. But such is life, these things happen. And if you've made it this far, thanks again for watching this. Please do leave me a like, leave a comment, I'd love to hear what you think, and do subscribe. I'll be posting again very soon, and I will leave you with some final shots of this 1960s terrace. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.